Hello, my name is Phạm Quang. I'm from Phan Trinh High School. I'm in grade 12, class 12A1. I live in Cư District, Đắk Nông Province. In this presentation, I'm going to talk about how to prevent the COVID-19 epidemic at school, and the specific solution that I'm going to mention is studying online. Since January 27th, the COVID-19 pandemic has suddenly outbroken in Vietnam and then quickly spread through 13 provinces and cities in the whole country. To prevent it, right before Lunar New Year came, many places had decided to let students temporarily stop going to school. Instead, students were allowed to study at home online, which helps to make social distancing more effective, reduce contacting, and prevent the pandemic from spreading larger. And now I will start talking about this solution in detail. Studying online has its own advantages and disadvantages. It is the most possible solution to help students review and study new lessons to ensure that the progress of the school year is not interrupted. However, after a time of teaching and studying online, there are still problems. The most difficult thing is to manage students' self-studying. Students are usually used to be pushed to study by their teachers or parents. Now they are studying online at home. It seems like that discipline is weaker, so the most difficult thing is to know if students do their homework and focus when they attend lessons or not. It's clear that students need to be more self-disciplined. Studying online is not the same as going to school, which means that students cannot study online 5 lessons in the morning and 3 lessons in the afternoon. They will look very tired. Besides, studying online is only suitable for 3rd grade or older students. Small students, like those in 1st and 2nd grades, need to have less studying time because if they study online too much, they will have problems with their sight, which is a very big problem. Another problem is that many students live in remote areas or come from poor families, so it's difficult for them to reach high technology and have the suitable facilities for online studying. To help students study online best, many actions have been taken. The first action is that parents and teachers collaborate to teach children. The reason is that when students study online at home, their studying environment is no longer schools but their homes. Parents now play a very important role that used to be the job of teachers. They need to supervise, encourage, and discipline their children when studying. If parents cooperate well with teachers, the studying quality of children will be improved. This requires teachers to connect with families in an effective way. For example, teachers can tell parents about their children's homework for parents to supervise their children studying at the same time. Teachers can show parents about how to study online, and then parents will teach that to their children. The supervision, instruction, and also feedback to teachers of parents are very important. The second action is that teachers add attractive images and interesting sounds to their lessons in order to attract their students' attention. Besides, to help students focus on the lessons, teachers must focus on giving homework to students before and after each lesson. If students do some research about what they are going to learn and the lesson contains a lot of content that stimulates their curiosity, then students will concentrate more in lesson time. And after each lesson, instead of only teaching on a connecting program like Zoom or some other programs, teachers should give students challenging and interesting homework and make it like a competition with rewards. I believe that students will concentrate more on studying. The third action is to combine teaching through live streaming with teaching through recorded lesson videos and giving homework. Both have their own advantages and disadvantages, and each one is suitable for different kinds of students. For example, preparing lesson videos and homework, if they are designed very well with a lot of effort, then they are very effective to students. And this solution can be used on a large number of students. For example, teachers in a school can get together to design a very high quality recorded lesson video, and that video can be used for students in the whole school. This will save time and effort. Teachers will not have to teach that same content to each individual class. This is one of its advantages. However, the class is not only a place for students to acquire knowledge, but also their living space. is where they practice communication skills and building relationships between them and their teachers and their friends. That's why teaching through live streaming and through recorded lesson videos with homework both have their own advantages and disadvantages. Each school should find out a solution to combine these two ways of teaching effectively, because if we teach through live streaming and keep the same schedule as when students were still going to school, then it's a too long duration. This may create problems related to students' health, and as I know, some schools, especially non-public schools, use almost the same schedule as before the pandemic to teach online. Then it's very tiring to students. Some students have to study online 8 lessons every day. With students at small age, we should move from teaching through live streaming to other ways of teaching. However, teachers shouldn't stop teaching completely during the pandemic. Because if students' education is interrupted for too long, then it will have negative effects on them. Firstly, on their knowledge, secondly, on their skills and habits in studying. Then when they come back to school, teachers will be very tired teaching them these things again. So teachers should only stop teaching small students in a short period of time, or they will have to find other ways that are more suitable. At the end of my presentation, I just want to say that in this time period of preventing the COVID-19 pandemic, students study online with computers and high-tech devices. It may be difficult in the beginning, but if we never quit and try hard to figure out many different solutions, we will be able to turn challenges into opportunities for developing online education.